Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening,
Happy
everyone.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, welcome to this webinar from Lisa and I from Mayes Meravigli. You've got two Mayes Meravigli teachers tonight, guys. You lucky, lucky people. Right, Lisa?
Exactly, they're very lucky. And what else is lucky about today?
Well, Lisa, if you must know, today is a very special day in Ireland and in many countries around the world that have an Irish population or Irish heritage. Okay, because as you can see, as I swiftly and nimbly change my keyboard from English to Italian, today we all say to each other, Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
So happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Okay. So I think if Lisa and I introduce ourselves, we can maybe give you an idea about why we are saying Happy St. Patrick's Day. Why are Lisa and I in particular? Okay. So Lisa, do you want to go ahead?
Exactly. Okay, so hi everyone. So as Liam said, I'm Lisa. So I'm 29 years old and I'm from the lovely island of Ireland. Okay, so this is why we are saying Happy St. Patrick's Day to share with you guys our special day today. So I've been living in Italy for 2.5 years. But yeah, today I am thinking of Ireland and wearing green. And Liam?
So, guys, my name is Liam. I'm 30 years old and I come from Manchester, which is in the United Kingdom. And I am from the UK, but I am half Irish. Okay, my dad was born in Ireland, so the 50% of my whole family are from Ireland, and I've got family who live in Belfast, who live in Dublin. So yeah, so I'm 50% Irish as well, and I used to live in Ireland. I used to live near Dublin when I was younger. I'm not wearing green, Lisa. I apologize.
That means you have to get pinched.
So we're going straight in with the traditions.
Okay, so guys, so just a pinch. So like this, if I go pinch to someone, this is a pinch. Okay.
Yes, it's
so
a verb.
For St. Patrick's Day, to pinch. Okay. If you don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day in Ireland, you get pinched. Okay, someone pinches you.
You do.
So Liam needs to be pinched.
I'm really happy that it's that we're under quarantine right now because it means that Lisa can't pinch me. So I'm actually quite lucky.
Exactly. When we say hello to the guys, we have lots of people joining us.
Loads of people. Tiziana, it says hello. We've got Mattia saying hello. Ermelinda. That was a great name.
Good. Name. Lovely.
Maria, hello, Maria. We've got some people here telling us also where they're from.
Fantastic.
So we've got here Alessio says he's from Turin. Hello, Alessio. Fiorella is from here in Milan. Hello. Mattia's from Trieste. That's one of my favorite cities. I love Trieste.
Very good. Excellent.
Okay. Let's see. Florian. I come from Lyon. Well, bonsoir, Florian.
Hello, welcome.
Fantastic. Because yeah, we've got our people from France and possibly Spain as well joining us.
Yeah, as well. Fantastic. It's great.
And our director of studies, Gio, has joined. Not Giovanni, who am I talking about? Giordano has joined in with us. And he says virtual, as he says here, that it's meant to be pinches. Virtual pinches and virtual whiskey. Tiziana says, I'm from Livorno, but I was born on Elba. Ooh, okay.
Wow. So
the famous island where Napoleon was imprisoned. Very good. Or was it?
Fun
wait a second.
With Liam.
But now I can't remember. Was he imprisoned there or did he die there? Because there was two, St. Helena and Elba. One is where he was exiled, one is where he died. I don't remember. Someone can
So
correct me.
I got a D in history, so hopefully someone else can correct you.
Olga says, I live in Milan. Hello, Olga. And Mattia has the most important comment so far.
Super Liam.
Mattia, love you too.
Fantastic.
Okay. So,
brilliant.
Right, Lisa, I think as our resident Irish citizen, I think you are best placed to give us a rundown. Just tell us, what is St. Patrick's Day? What is it?
Okay.
What do we do? Why is it important?
Okay, so I think the best way to explain it is that it's like the biggest day for celebration in Ireland. So maybe a bit similar to 4th of July in America. So it's a day where we celebrate being Irish, okay, and we celebrate what our culture. We celebrate our culture. Okay, we also celebrate also the actual saint, obviously. So Saint Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. Okay, patron saint of Ireland. So this is where the day comes from. Okay, Saint Patrick. So he's the patron saint of Ireland. So similar, like I guess in Milan you have Sant'Ambrogio. But in Ireland we have a patron saint for the whole country. But yeah, it's just a day where in general we also just celebrate being Irish. We have a big party. It's very fun, and we drink a lot usually. Not this year, but usually.
No, not this year. But Lisa, is St. Patrick's Day similar to, for example, Sant'Ambrogio here in Milan? Is it a holiday? Do you have to go to work? Do you have to go to school? Or is it a day off?
Yeah, it's a day off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all take a day off from work, which we're all working from home anyway.
Absolutely. So yeah, but also we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. There are celebrations of St. Patrick's Day in many other countries, countries with large Irish communities, with Irish diaspora. It's not a holiday. Okay, so in the UK, in America, you do go to work, you do go to school, but there are lots of events. But I'll just put up here that you can see that I'll put it up here. Okay. Is that, as you can see, it's a national holiday in Ireland and a celebration, but sadly not a holiday, for Irish communities in Britain, Scotland, USA, Canada, Australia, and it's just cut off the end of it there. That's supposed to be New Zealand. So,
New Zealand.
In the kind of cut off the end of it, I think. Yeah, New Zealand, the English-speaking world, because Irish people, I mean, Lisa, they're a bit like Italians. They have gone everywhere. They've traveled historically, especially, you find Irish people everywhere, the same as Italian people. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. That's why I think, well, not just that, but also I think there is a close relationship and similarities between Italian people and Irish people. I think there are a lot of similarities, but also the fact that we, for sure, we live in a lot of different countries around the world. But yeah, I always find that usually if I meet a new Italian person, they're always so happy to meet an Irish person.
Fantastic. And Tiziana says, I visited Ireland many years ago. I love Ireland. Oh, that's great, Tiziana.
Excellent. Lovely. Tell us why. Why do you love Ireland?
Absolutely. So, and Lisa, that's why we've selected this focus for this evening, isn't it? Ordering drinks, because the reality, it's I think sometimes people don't understand why alcohol is an important part of Irish culture. I think that, I think, you know, because alcohol has an important role in Irish culture, in Irish society, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was talking recently in another webinar about how the Irish pub culture, pubs are like a big important part of the community. It's not
Mm,
just a place you go to have a drink.
mm,
Usually, your local pub is almost like I suppose an extension of your home in a
yes.
way. So it's a lot to do with the community as well as the drinking culture.
Yeah, it's a really, it would be historically where you would go, for example, to do business. For example,
Yeah,
if you're a, for example, as Ireland historically rural, agricultural, so if there's business to be done, the pub is the natural place. For example, um,
yeah,
you know, things
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
For example,
Yeah,
arranging.
and sorry, no, I just see Florian said the music as well. He loves the Irish music,
Uh,
the Irish traditional music.
Absolutely. And where do you go for the music?
To the pub.
Exactly. But yeah, it's. I mean, the pub is the center of the community, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really big like for example, I am from a small town in the northwest of Ireland, and even though it's a very small town, very small population, there are at the moment probably 8 pubs
Okay, not bad.
for about 1,400 people.
It's a decent ratio.
Yeah.
And Lisa, did you have, when you were growing up in your town, when you still lived there, did you have a local?
Yes, a local. Good question.
Mm,
Yeah, actually, my local um, is actually called, so it's Herities in Manor Hamilton, which actually is nicknamed. It has a nickname of being an old man pub.
okay. Well, I'm just putting up the description for a local because, you know, we can say a
Mhm,
local pub, but even in English, guys, if you just say a local or my local, for example,
mhm,
it's the pub that usually it's close to you, it's near your house,
mhm.
it's the one you attend most frequently, and it's special to you. So that would be called a
Yeah,
local or a local pub. But Lisa, you're
yeah.
going to have to explain old man pub. What does that mean?
An old man pub. It basically means that usually the pub is very old fashioned. Okay, very
Hmm.
old fashioned. It has traditional music, but also usually a lot of the people who go are the older generation. But me and my friends, we liked that pub because that was our local.
Okay.
So
Well, I
yeah,
agree because
we,
I like pubs like that too.
yeah, exactly. I prefer them. Um, but we
You've got
have
a
some of the
question.
guys.
You've got a
Ah,
question.
actually, not that often. At home when I was younger, probably once a week. Probably once a week. But I imagine a lot of Italian people also have
Oh
a
yes,
local
I'm
bar.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely true. Even where I live, and I, you know, I'm not an Italian, but living here, there's a bar near my apartment where if my girlfriend and I go out and we want coffee, for example, maybe if we want to have breakfast on Saturday morning, let's say, we have a local bar that we go to.
Mm. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think most people would. So guys, tell us if you've been to Ireland. I know some of you have been replying. If you've been to Ireland, tell us about it if you have.
Hmm.
Okay, Alessio, you haven't been, but would you like to go?
Absolutely.
um,
And
okay.
Florian says, this is a good comment. It's strange you can go out on the street with your glass, but you have music
Yeah,
everywhere. Well, yeah, that's true, isn't it? In Ireland, it's
yeah,
okay, isn't it, to take your drink out? I know that, for example, American people find this very strange that In the UK and Ireland, it depends, but usually you can stand on the streets next to the bar if you're, I don't know, maybe you're having a cigarette, maybe you're having a conversation, maybe you're on your phone, and it's okay. But maybe to some people that's strange.
Yeah, it's very normal, especially I imagine Florian is talking maybe about Temple Bar, because in the street, a lot of people would be outside drinking.
Yes.
They would take their drinks. But yeah, it's very, very common. It's just normal.
So, Lisa, apart from we talking about St. Patrick's Day, apart from so wearing green, we talked about is important. But can I ask a question? Who was St. Patrick, and why is he important to Irish people?
So he's very important, actually. Probably a lot of people don't know why he is the patron saint, but he is the person who brought Catholicism to Ireland, reportedly. So he brought, it was a long time ago. He brought Catholicism to Ireland, and also there is a myth. Okay, a myth. If anyone doesn't know, a myth that he it's quite funny, because in Ireland there are no snakes. Okay, there are no snakes. So there is a myth that St. Patrick chased the snakes out of Ireland.
That's right. And Lisa, do we know, because I genuinely I don't know this, so please, if you know, would be great. Was St. Patrick Irish, or was he from a different country and he traveled to Ireland?
I think yes. God, I need to double check.
I don't
history,
know,
but I think I think he wasn't actually Irish, but I'm not.
Okay.
Let me check.
Okay, yeah. Guys, if any of you know, I don't know if there are any Catholic scholars or historians here, that would be great, because Lisa and I, we're drawing a blank here, because I genuinely don't remember, actually. I have a feeling he wasn't Irish, a bit like, St. George. St. George in England wasn't English, for example.
I think he was from another place and he came to Ireland.
Okay, right.
That's what I think.
So he was sent to Ireland by the church to introduce Christianity.
That's what I think. I don't know the ins and outs of the history.
We help us, guys. We're drowning here. Okay, so
but anyway.
So Lisa, St. Patrick's Day, we've talked about wearing green, we've talked about pinching, we've talked about drinking. Are there any other traditions that we need to know about in St. Patrick's Day?
Well, very similar to what happens here or was happening, I guess, here before everything changed. When we have Carnival, okay, so when you have Carnival, it's similar in Ireland. We have a lot of parades. Okay, a lot of parades. Unfortunately, not this year, but usually.
No. It's been cancelled, hasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so we would usually celebrate with parades. And also the tradition as well is that usually people wear shamrocks. So the symbol for Ireland, shamrocks. They wear shamrocks as well on their clothes.
Okay, so if you go to Ireland, if you're a tourist and you go to Ireland and it's around the time of St. Patrick's Day, maybe it's for example, on the day or at the weekend, you'll see lots of people in green, lots of people wearing this green plant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very small. I think it's a lot smaller than people realize.
Yes.
It's because in pictures it's always very big, but it's like this size.
Right. Okay. And Lisa, is there any, for example, any singing? Is there any music for St. Patrick's Day?
To be honest, there would be. So in the parades, there would be traditional bands. Okay, traditional bands that play music. There's no particular song that we sing. Maybe the national anthem, but that's just typical.
But do people play what we call in English folk music, for example?
Yeah, exactly. Some bands, because in the parades you would have marching bands.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to put a little translation, sorry, definition of folk music. So yeah, the traditional or indigenous songs of a country or people. So it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter where you are in Chile, in Mozambique, in Ireland, in Italy. Every culture has its traditional music, and we often call that folk music. Okay, because
Exactly.
folk, yeah, because folk is a very old English word. It just means people. It's from the German word Volk, which means people. So it just means the music of the people. Okay,
Hmm.
excellent.
Perfect.
Anything else we need to know about St.
Okay.
Patrick's Day before we look at drinking and ordering drinks, Lisa? Any other? I don't know. I can't think if we've missed anything.
Well, just I guess one thing to mention as well is that, like, I guess similar here, we would also wear face paints, usually face
Ah,
paints.
yes.
So especially the children, but
Okay.
also the adults,
Ah, the
we
adults
would wear
too.
face paints. Yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes it can be a tradition to have food that, so similar to in Italy, the tricolor. So we would eat something that has the tricolor. So it has green, white, and orange. So usually we would have something that is Irish colors, the tricolor.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna because I think you were about to open the lesson. Because while you do that, I'll just
Yeah.
put uh, I'll put just a quick definition of tricolor. While you maybe I think you can introduce that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so guys, what we're going to practice, okay, because obviously in Ireland, if you ever visit or if you're in a pub, not just in Ireland, but in England, to practice ordering drinks in English, okay? So ordering drinks at a bar and also some vocabulary, okay? So some vocabulary to do with drinks, and also just practicing how we ask to pay for drinks. Ah, very good. Yeah, I like that. Face painting looks cute.
It is cute. And guys, and Lisa is a fantastic artist. So if you ever want your face painted when this nonsense is all over, go to Lisa because she can do it for you.
Yeah, but don't ask me to teach you how to do Irish dancing because I'm very bad at that.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. The traditional dancing. That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you want, just watch Riverdance. Riverdance is the
Yeah, probably.
they're better than me.
Yes. And guys, just to say as well, this language that we're looking at, okay, obviously it's about ordering drinks, but a lot of this vocabulary we can also use with food. Okay, so it's not restricted to drinks. We can use this with food as well in restaurants, for example. Okay. Oh, some very interesting questions here.
Okay, so yeah, these questions don't really make sense, do they?
Not like this. I think we have to do a bit of work with them. I think the students are going to have to help us to put these together into proper questions. But that first question, Lisa, what are you drinking? That's a typical question in a pub, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it can be used, I guess, in two ways. Like you could actually literally say to me now, because it's continuous, what are you drinking? I'm drinking water. Okay. But often we use this to say, I'm going to the bar. What are you drinking? I'll buy you one. Okay. I'll probably buy you one in that case.
So it's like it's an offer. It's basically saying like, what would you like to drink?
Yeah, exactly. It's quite colloquial.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would you like to drink?
Yeah, so if we walk into a bar and we stand at the bar and I'm offering you a drink, I just say to you, what are you drinking? And you say to me, a beer, a Guinness, and that's what you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah. So we can use it in that way as well. And generally that's how native speakers would use it a lot.
Sure.
Okay. So can anyone help us to form these questions properly?
Yes, because
the first one just says with who.
Yeah,
so
no,
if
that's
we
not
want
a question.
if we want to ask a real question, how would we phrase this? Ah, very good.
Florian
Florian.
says, what's he said here? In Ireland, you drink only Guinness. I mean, Lisa, I mean, you can tell us how true is that? How common is Guinness?
Okay, I know it's quite funny. In maybe you don't know, but in Ireland, Guinness is actually very often a man's drink. Okay, it's often like the drink that your dad drinks. um, because not a lot of women like Guinness. So it's not drank by everyone.
Mm.
But it's quite common. Depends. It really depends. It depends on your taste.
Okay, fantastic. Olga's given us, I think, a pretty great answer here.
Very good.
Who do you go to? Or just one little thing, Olga. We need an article here.
Mm-hmm.
So we should say, who do you go to the bar with? Okay, because we would usually say
Exactly.
the bar. Okay, but apart from that, really, really good answer. And for those of you who had a webinar, Lisa, was it yesterday you and I talked about Quasi and questions?
I think that was with someone else, Liam.
Probably, yeah, I think it was. But that's okay. Sorry, I've been webinar cheating on you.
That's okay. God, how dare you?
I know. Yeah, so guys, those of you, maybe if you saw the webinar that we did yesterday or other webinars, okay, in English questions, we talk about, okay, this, which is quasi, okay? And Lisa, could you maybe tell us what quasi stands for?
Exactly. Okay. So the QU is short for question. Okay. So in this case, question word. So our question word is who. Then the A is for auxiliary verb. Okay. Auxiliary verb. So in this case, do. Okay.
Absolutely.
So who do. Oh, fantastic. The guys have got it.
Tiziana's just flying in here.
Okay, I'll stop then. She can just explain everything.
She's done it. Yeah,
Okay.
Tiziana. No, she's absolutely right. Question word, auxiliary, subject, infinitive, quasi.
Fantastic. Exactly.
Really good.
So who do you go? Okay, who do you go?
Really, really good.
Fantastic.
Really good. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, that's the question, isn't it? That's our first question. Who do you go to the bar with? Okay. I go to the bar with my friends. I sometimes go to the bar with my family, with my mum, my dad. I go to the bar with my girlfriend. I mean, I'll go to a bar with anyone, pretty much. Lisa, what about you?
You just don't you don't judge. You just go with whoever. Yeah, like similar. I guess here I often just go to the bar with friends. Maybe sometimes go to the bar after work. I guess with our colleagues. Yeah, go to the bar with lots of people.
I would say sometimes if I've got, for example, if I have a book I'm reading or the newspaper, I go to a bar by myself. Sometimes just for like an hour or two, if you just want to sit somewhere nice and quiet, especially because I think, Lisa, in Ireland and Britain, when the weather's not good, a pub can be a very comfortable, warm place to be, can't it?
Yeah, because the traditional Irish pub, we have usually we have a fireplace in the pub, so you can sit in front of the fire, have a drink, or it doesn't have to be a beer; it can be a cup of tea because they will also give you tea. It doesn't have to be alcohol, and you can read the paper, read a book. It can be very comfortable.
Absolutely. I'm just going to put, random facts with Liam. Because, because I think people think of Ireland and they think of Guinness, they think of whiskey, but tea is an incredibly important drink in Ireland, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Tea. So I guess tea in Ireland is as important as coffee in Italy.
Absolutely. I think that's a great way of putting it. Tea is to Irish people what coffee is to Italians, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And in fact, guys, you can see I put on the screen, and this is true, or at least it was the last time I checked, that as a percentage of the population, the Irish drink more tea than anyone. Okay, They drink more tea than the English, than the Chinese, than the Japanese, the Sri Lankans, the Indians. As a percentage of their population, they are big, big tea drinkers. And you can get a cup of tea in a pub, can't you, Lisa? You don't have to have
Yeah.
alcohol.
No, definitely. You can have tea or coffee as well. But yeah, it's very, very common. Sometimes if my friends, even if they're not drinking, or like some of my friends don't drink alcohol, they sometimes have tea on a night
Yeah.
out.
Which,
Yeah.
but again, Lisa, you mentioned the similarities. I mean, we see that in Italy, don't we? We go to a bar and maybe 6 people are drinking beer or wine, and then there's one person with an espresso, and it's
Yeah.
9 o'clock at night. It's the same in
Yeah.
Ireland, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. So guys, I want to ask you the third question. So it's actually formed perfectly fine. What's your favorite drink?
Ooh,
Speaking of drinks, what's your favorite drink? So please
yes,
tell us, what's your favorite drink? If you have a favorite drink when you go out with friends or even at home watching a movie, what is your favorite drink?
yeah.
Okay, please tell us.
Yeah, what do you like when you're at home having your quarantinis, or when your movement is restricted? What's your favorite drink when your movement is restricted by the state? I mean,
Mine.
Lisa, what's your favorite drink? Is it? I mean, what would you say?
At the moment, given the week that's in it, my favorite drink, it always changes, but my favorite drink at the moment is a nice glass of Jameson whiskey.
A glass of Jameson. Very good. Okay. But sometimes with ice, but we won't talk about the way that you disgracefully spit on your ancestors. That's for another day. We've
Okay,
already got,
fantastic.
well, we've got lots of answers. This is good.
Okay.
We've got Tiziana says, my favorite drink is grapefruit juice. Ah, okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's very, very nice and
I love
refreshing.
grapefruit juice.
Yeah, especially in summer, right? Makes a very refreshing drink.
Yeah.
Because Tiziana says she doesn't drink alcohol.
Okay, so just
But
there, so remember,
we don't
we
say
don't
I'm
say.
not.
Yeah, sorry. I'm talking over you.
No, I thought you were typing it. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I'll type. You explain, I'll type.
So, sorry, Tiziana. Yeah, we don't say I not drink, but we use, again, it's this auxiliary. We say I don't drink alcohol. I do not, or don't drink alcohol. Okay. Mattia says, my favorite drink is Prosecco. Very good. I love Prosecco as well. Prosecco, very popular in Britain. In fact, British people, we love Prosecco. In Ireland, well, Lisa?
Yeah, especially in the last, I would say, 5 years, it's become very, very popular.
Emanuele says, my favorite drink is Spritz. Very good. So I'm guessing Emanuele means the classic Aperol Spritz.
Very nice.
Very nice. Alessio says, my favorite drink is wine. Okay, Alessio, but do you prefer red wine or white wine? Please let us know. Florian says, I love the wine with a small part of cheese. Very good. But Florian, you don't need to say I love the wine unless you're talking about a specific one. Okay. In English, when you're talking generally, you can just say I love wine. Okay. You don't need I love just I love wine with a small part of cheese. And Lisa, I don't know, maybe a small piece of cheese.
Yeah, I was going to say probably a piece.
Yeah. A piece of cheese might be better. Oh, we've just lost Lisa's sound for a second. But it's okay. We'll carry on just while she gets that fixed. Olga, oh, she's back. There you go.
Hi. Yeah, I was just going to say usually when we cut a piece of something, so like I would say that triangular or small portion of something like cake or cheese or pizza, we usually say a piece of.
Awesome. Olga, interestingly, whose last name is Tay, says her favorite drink is tea, which I quite like.
Fantastic.
Because Olga says also, me too, I don't drink alcohol. Right, okay. Keep going. We've got quite a few here. The Willis says, I
Okay.
love my whiskey special blend wiser. I love my whiskey. Okay, special blend, but wiser. Just maybe that's a typo, Willis. Sorry. Perfect sentence.
Maybe it's an autocorrect thing as well. It could
Yeah.
be an autocorrect
Yeah.
if you're on the phone.
Yeah. My special blend. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think what it could be.
Me too. Let us know, Willis. We're curious. What do you mean by wiser? Alessio says, I prefer red wine to have dinner. Okay. But for appetizer, okay. I love white wine. That's a good distinction. I like that.
Okay. But would we say to have dinner, or could we say it another way?
I would say I prefer red wine to have with dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, yeah.
Or even just with my dinner?
Yeah, I prefer red wine with my dinner, with dinner. Yeah, I agree. I prefer red wine with dinner, with my dinner, or to have with dinner. Exactly. Okay, because exactly. Willis has just helped us out. It's the name of a Canadian whiskey. Wiser.
Okay, wow.
Very specific.
I haven't heard of it, sorry. But thank you for the recommendation.
Absolutely. I don't know about you, Lisa. I'm not a big fan of blended whiskey, but I prefer Irish, or I actually quite like bourbon as well from the USA.
Yeah. It depends. Like, I guess, a lot of the kind of the tradition are a lot simpler. They're not super blended. But have you ever had? There's one called Yellow Spot, Green Spot. It's also an Irish whiskey. It's really nice.
I've not. No, I'll have to try it.
Very good. Okay, will we take a look at some vocabulary, because I think we've covered this question structure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Some vocabulary that could be useful. Okay, so guys, here we have a number of different ways or different types of drinks. Okay, so in this case, you can tell us which ones match to which picture. Okay, which ones match to which picture. And also let us know if you don't understand the meanings. We'll explain what they are as we go through.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can maybe go through them one by one. And then, guys, let us know. So I'll read through them first. So, on the rocks, cocktail, draft, a glass of wine, a pitcher, a bottle, and non-alcoholic.
Excellent. Okay, Tiziana, she's very fast. She's already jumped in at 1A, and she has correctly identified that picture A is a cocktail. Very
Fantastic.
good.
Okay, good. Okay.
Well done. Thank you, Tiziana.
So yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
Are there some alternatives we could maybe talk about as well? But anyway, we might go through them after.
Tiziana has identified B as draft. Very good. Yeah. So, guys, draft, for those of you maybe who don't know, refers to beer that you pull. Okay. So, when you're in a bar, you see someone pouring beer with this measure. Okay. It's called a draft beer. Okay. As opposed to bottled beer. Okay. You say in English, like, what beer do you have? We usually say on. We say on draft, for example.
Exactly. Or we could say on tap. On tap as well, because the tap.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'd say that too. Okay. Oh, wow. Everyone's jumping in. This is great. Really, really good. Tiziana.
I love.
What?
Sorry, I love that Florian said on the rockets. I think that was a typo, but it's really cute.
It's really nice, yeah. So yeah, Tiziana has said C, yeah, on the rocks. So guys, on the rocks means with ice. Okay, if you have your drink on the rocks, that means with ice. And the opposite, we say neat. Okay, if you want to say without ice. So this could be like if you're having maybe something like whiskey, gin, vodka, maybe some kind of cocktail, and you want to specify if you want it with ice or without ice, for example. Um, Lisa, I think they've got them all right, haven't they?
Yeah, fantastic. Really great work, guys.
Really
That's
good, really
amazing. So you know
impressive.
your drinks. Glass of
You,
wine, although it looks a
yeah,
strange color in this picture, but yeah, it's a glass of wine. E
I think that's a
is
very
a
yeah.
non-alcoholic, and also, sorry, Liam, what were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing, not important. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, usually, so okay, obviously on menus you have a non-alcoholic section, okay, non-alcoholic, or alcohol-free. It can be, but a lot of the time, so for example, if it's a Coca-Cola or a Sprite or something like this, we would often just call these fizzy drinks, okay, fizzy
Mm-hmm.
drinks,
Mm-hmm.
or
Soft
there's another
drink.
soft drinks. Sorry, soft drinks. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Non-alcoholic drink can be so soft drink could be it's things like Coca-Cola, lemonade, ginger beer, for example. Not water. Water wouldn't be a soft drink. Water is just water. But soft drink. I mean, Lisa. Usually soft drinks they're sweet, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. They're with sugar and
Yeah,
bubbles.
yeah. They're usually carbonated. They might come in a can or a bottle.
Exactly. And then this is a pitcher. So I get pitcher. Other terms. So sometimes you can get a pitcher, or what's the kind of the other little one that you pour drinks from?
Oh, a carafe.
Hmm. Okay, that's fancier than I was
For
expecting.
example. What were you
Yeah,
going to say? A jug?
a jug. Yeah, like a jug of
Okay.
milk.
A jug of milk. Oh, you can take the girl out of Ireland. I was going to say a carafe. Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Private Irish joke. Yeah, yeah. In English, we do use the Italian word carafe. A carafe of wine, for example, is usually like a small pitcher. Because a pitcher, usually, Lisa, that's going to be for a group of people, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, usually it's for sharing. Like sometimes, I think you can also get that at an aperitivo. You can sometimes get a pitcher
Yeah.
of a specific drink, cocktail, wine.
Yeah, people get very often, for example, people get pictures of sangria, don't they? You see that a lot. In fact,
Yes.
I think that's what the picture is. I can't see it very well, but I think that's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's sangria. Exactly, for sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, so
Okay,
for
so we might just take
ordering,
a look at the next.
yeah, because this is the most important part as we close up here is ordering drinks.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here we have an example dialogue, guys. Okay, an
Mm-hmm.
example dialogue. And we want you to take a look at this and put the dialogue in order. So you don't have to, you just have to tell us the order of the numbers. Okay, the order of the numbers. So
Mm-hmm.
take a look, and while maybe people are putting them in order, will we read through it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so the first one says, no problem, here's your change.
Okay, and then it says, I'd like a picture of beer and 4 glasses. Doesn't make sense.
Then, yes, a rum and coke.
Okay, anything else?
Hi, what can I get you?
I only have a 50.
That'll be $10.
Okay, confusing.
Exactly. But I think people are now, guys, there's no way we'll be able to follow, I think, all of the numbers. So maybe the best thing to do is maybe, Lisa, if you just put the correct ordering, because I think by
Yeah,
the time everyone's answers have come through, we'll run.
exactly.
Yeah. So guys, but it looks like I think most people are number 5, number 2. So most people really good.
Fantastic.
Really good.
Really,
Very
really good.
impressive, guys. Very good.
So, in the case of what can I get you? Is this the only way maybe a barman will ask us?
No, absolutely not. There's other ways to say it. You can say, for example, you could say, what'll it be? Okay.
Yeah.
What will, which, usually spoken in the contracted form. So what'll it be? Or what would you like as well? It could be, okay, maybe that's a little formal sometimes, but what would you like? What'll it be? What can I get you? Any of those? I mean, even what are you having? For
Yeah,
example, I think
exactly.
we would say that, especially I think in Ireland and the UK. What are you having?
Yeah, what are you having? It's I guess quite colloquial, but it's very common.
Yeah, exactly. And Lisa, I'll ask you, like the answer I'd like. Is that again? Is that the only way to request something to eat or drink, or are there other ways we could say that?
Well, we could there's lots of ways. So we could say so this is obviously I would like, but we could say can I have? Can I
Yeah,
have a pitcher of beer or can I get? Can I
yeah,
get a pitcher
absolutely.
of beer?
Yeah, can I have?
Which
Can I get? I mean, it's the same, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. Olga has just maybe she's a bit confused about what are you having?
Yeah, we
So
could say that too.
yeah, what are you having is similar. So it's another way that we say, what can I get you? What are you
Yeah,
having?
just another way to offer. Another way to offer something, Olga. What are you having is a way of saying, what would you like? What can I get you? And yeah, to request something, can I have her? Can I get her? I'd like. What else could we say? Oh,
Um,
I'll take.
yeah, I'll take.
Sometimes I don't know if maybe that's a bit American. I don't know, but I think we definitely say it.
Probably more, yeah, American, I guess. I'll take a beer.
Yeah, and also quite American. Give me or gimme. Give me a
Yeah,
beer, for
gimme.
example. Which I think that one. It sounds quite direct and rude, but I think in the context of a pub or a bar, it's not. It's okay.
hmm Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, because a lot of the time, in certain situations, like maybe in a more formal restaurant,
Mm,
we would be more polite when asking questions.
yeah,
In a bar, especially if the bar is busy, it's very direct. It's very quick.
yeah. And TT, in answer to your question, yes. What are you having means what
Mhm.
would you like? Correct.
Yeah. It's very it's more just to know. It's what a native speaker might say, okay?
Mm,
What are you having? So they
yeah,
might
like
ask you at the bar.
it's what Lisa or I would say to each other if Lisa or I were at the bar. Because also, guys, it's an indication that I will pay for your drink. Okay, so it's actually it's a nice, polite gesture to a person.
Mm.
Emanuele's given us one.
Yes. Okay.
So, Emanuele, I would say grammatically correct, but maybe a little too formal. I would just say, can I have a beer?
hmm
Can I have a
Yeah,
beer? Or can I have a beer, please?
exactly. Because may is very formal language, and as we said in a bar, it's less formal.
Yeah,
It's less formal,
absolutely.
so we wouldn't really be this formal.
No, exactly. I mean, really good grammar, Emanuele. Perfect.
Mm.
Just not maybe for this situation, we could be less formal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're almost at the end of this webinar, but guys, if you have any questions, any final questions, please let us know. Okay, so please let us know. We just have another few seconds.
Yeah, let us
Just
know.
to mention as well, so I think maybe, was it Tiziana was in Temple Bar, so you might know this bar here is very, very famous in Dublin. It's one of the most popular tourist bars in Dublin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very nice, but I would also warn you if you go to Dublin, it's very expensive there.
10 €10 for a pint.
Exactly.
I'm not exaggerating,
No.
unfortunately.
Okay, Olga.
Should I have a beer? Well, that's Olga if you're asking someone for advice. It's like maybe if I'm indecisive, I'm like, Lisa, I don't know what I want. Should I have a beer or should I have wine, for example? So
Exactly.
that would be asking advice.
If you want to
Excuse me.
use, you can say, can I have, or could I have? Could I have a beer? If you want to be slightly formal.
Yeah.
Could I have a beer?
Can I have a beer? Exactly. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, but really sorry, but I'm afraid we are out of time. We're going to have to stop it there.
Okay, so guys, thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. I hope you've learned a little bit about Irish culture and hope you have a fantastic evening.
Absolutely. All right, guys, keep an eye out for other webinars and things online and have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.